Hello students, today let me discuss the next important element, that is so called as accounting as a source of information. So here they are going to justify how the accounting can be accepted as a source of information with these 5 important points. So let us go through all those points one by one. So first important point is that accounting is a process. Why accounting is so called as a process? Because accounting involves series of activities which are interconnected as well as the interlinked. And if you see this process, it starts from identification of data and ends with preparation and presentation of financial statements. Between these two stages, there are series of activities have been involved. Those are so called as the stages. Those are so called as the functions, which are interconnected as well as the interlinked also. What are those stages? First, it starts with the identification, later measurement of data, recording of data, classifying of data, analysis and interpretation of data, communication of data. Like this, series of activities have been involved, and this is so called as a process because it is a never or ever ending process. That is why accounting is so called as the process. That is first important point. And second thing is that accounting facilitates dissemination of data or dissemination of the information. Dissemination literally means cascading or communication of the information. And if you see the features and functions of the accounting, you have already studied that accounting is going to provide the useful information which is communicated with the help of the financial statements. And if any parties who are dealing with the company, just by going through the financial statements, they will come to know each and every activities which are going to be engaged by the organization. That is why useful information is going to be provided by the accounting to the interested parties of the company. That is why just by preparing and presentation of the financial statements also, it is going to disseminate, convey each and every useful information with respect to the business organization. That is why it is so called as the accounting facilitates dissemination of the information. That is second thing. And third thing is that it helps for predicting and evaluating company's performance. Accounting truly helps for so as to know the financial performance as well as the financial information of the company. How? In the sense, each and every companies are going to set the long-term objectives with respect to the business organization, and just by optimizing the resources which are available with the company, they are going to achieve all those objectives set by the business organization. In between this, the companies are going to do the proper financial planning. The companies are going to develop the financial policies with respect to the business organization. Actually, those will help to analyze and interpret the financial performance of the company as with respect to the objectives so set by the business organization. And apart from that, company from time to time, they are going to prepare and present some important statements, some important financial reports, some analysis are going to be made, some charts, graphs are going to be prepared, likely they are going to predict the financial performance of the company. And apart from that, the companies are going to prepare and present the financial statements, mainly the balance sheet. If the balance sheet is going to be prepared and presented, just by going through that, you can really analyze and evaluate the what is the current as well as the what could be the future financial performance of the company. This is how the accounting helps for predicting as well as the evaluating the company's financial performance. That is the third important aspect. And fourth thing is that the information is relevant for decision making. Whatever the useful information which is provided by the accounting, that is truly helps for decision making. How? In the sense, the information is going to be communicated to the each and every parties who are dealing with the company. If once the information is going to be provided to them, they will take the effective as well as the efficient decisions with respect to the organization. The decisions can be to what extent our investments are giving the right returns, to what extent the company is risk, whether we have to make additional capital investment in this company or not, what all affairs and events which are going within the company, what is the culture of the company. About all these things they will come to know. That is why accounting truly helps for the decision making purpose. That is the fourth important aspect. And fifth thing is that some qualitative characteristics of the accounting that you are going to study. What are those? They can be reliability, they can be relevance, they can be understandability, they can be comparability. These are the some qualitative characteristics of the accounting. What are those? One is the reliability. Reliability in the sense, whatever the information which is provided by accounting is more reliable, more acceptable. Why? Because the information is free from bias, free from errors. Actually, it is truly based on the facts. And whatever the books of accounts which are so maintained by the company, those are also being maintained as per the law. And the accounts, books of accounts, which are going to be compulsorily audited by the external auditor of the company. That is why the information which is provided by the accounting is more reliable, more justifiable. And second thing is that it is relevant. Relevance in the sense, whatever the information which is provided by the accounting, that is truly been related to the company. It may be engaged in many different transactions, but the transactions which are financial in character, which can be measured in terms of money, only those transactions have been recorded in the books of accounts. That is why the information is relevant. And apart from that, the information is related to the economic events only. If there are non-economic events, those are not going to be identified, those are not going to be measured and recorded in the books of accounts. To that extent also it is having relevance. And apart from that, the accounting is going to provide some of the significant as well as the useful information with respect to the business organization. That is why the information is so relevance. And third thing is that the understandability in the sense, just by going through the books of accounts maintained by the business organization, you will understand each and every information. You will come to know each and every updates of the company. That is why it is so called as the understandability. It is going to give the more meaningful information. Just you have the glance over it, you can understand each and everything. That is why it is understandability. And last one is the comparability. if once the financial statements are going to be prepared and presented, the financial statements and performance of one company can be compared with the all other companies in the market. To that extent, it is going to give the comparable information, competitive information. That is why the information of one company can be easily compared with the information provided by the other company. That is why it is so called as the comparability. Okay, with this, the information and the discussion with respect to the why the accounting is so called as the source of information is going to be discussed. Thank you.